The man just became the prince's husband, when several martial arts masters tried to kill him. Facing the enemies full of killing intent, he picked up the writing brush on the ground, directly pierced the killer's abdomen. Another killer wanted to avenge his buddy, but the man just gently scratched his neck, and directly sent him to death. The remaining killers were instantly scared out of their wits. They turned around and tried to run away, but the man appeared like a ghost in a flash, blocked their way. It turned out the man was the legendary Sword Immortal. He pretended to be a scholar who couldn't fight and sneaked into the palace, just to find the real murderer who killed his benefactor. He didn't expect to meet the princess holding a martial arts contest to choose her husband that day. If someone could take off the bell around the princess' waist, that person would be the prince's husband. But unexpectedly the princess was attacked from behind at that moment. The bell around her waist just fell on the young man's head. Just like that, he accidentally became the prince's husband by mistake. On their wedding night, the arrogant princess gave him a heavy punch, and said straight that only someone like the Sword Immortal, a great hero, was worthy of her, and also said that unless he could repel the 100,000 Northern Rhone cavalry, he couldn't touch her at all. It turned out that the brutal Northern Rhone tribe burned, killed, looted, and did all kinds of evil on the border, making the princess hate them to the bone. The next day the princess forcibly took the man to the martial arts field, ordered the guard leader Zhang Kai to test his martial arts. This Zhang Kai had long looked down on the newly appointed useless son-in-law. On the surface he let the man punch him to test his internal strength, but secretly he used the vicious Tian gang strength, wanting to take the opportunity to cripple the man's martial arts. But he never expected that. The man had already seen through everything. He played along with the plan. Through a punch, the terrifying force backfired instantly, directly making Zhang Kai spit blood. But this sinister man, in order to save face, actually lied that it was an old illness relapsing, continuing to put on airs. Then, Zhang Kai began to show off his sword energy again. He pulled out his sword and waved it, instantly putting out 2 rows of candles in the distance, attracting cheers from the guards. When it was the man's turn, everyone was waiting to see him make a fool of himself. The man was happy to cooperate. He waved casually. Sure enough, not a single candle was put out, just as everyone was laughing at him for being a complete loser. No one knew that his real sword energy had already penetrated 100 meters, shocking the princess's aunt, who was peeking from the attic, causing her internal injuries and bleeding. The aunt was greatly shocked, being able to hurt people with sword energy from 100 steps away. This person's martial arts cultivation was definitely far above the 9th rank. Just then, the Northern Rhone prince broke into the main hall with his men, specifically asking to challenge the son-in-law. If he won, he would forcefully marry the princess, making her his slave. Just from the other party's laughter, the man judged that this Northern Rhone prince was already a strong man of the 9th rank in martial arts. The reckless Zhang Kai still wanted to step forward to be a hero, but was stopped by the man with one hand. But he refused to listen to persuasion, insistently rushed forward. As expected, after a few rounds, Zhang Kai was knocked flying by the Northern Rhone prince with a hammer. Several generals of the Deqian kingdom resented the insult, attacked together, but were still easily defeated by the other party. The Northern Rhone prince became more and more arrogant, mocking the entire Deqian kingdom as losers. The man wanted to make a move, but his revenge plan was not yet completed. He could only hold back his anger. The prime minister and other surrenderists even persuaded the princess to marry the barbarian for peace. At this humiliating moment, the aunt, who was shocked earlier, suddenly spoke, saying that the one who could defeat the Northern Rhone prince was only the seemingly weak son-in-law. But the man still didn't move. Helplessly, the princess had to fight in person, but the strength gap was huge. She was soon beaten until she spit blood, falling to the ground. The man hurried forward to help her. At this moment, he was shocked to find that the jade pendant worn by the princess was exactly the same as the one given to him by his lifesaver back then. He suddenly realized the princess was the daughter of his benefactor. Before he could recover from the shock, the Northern Rhone prince did something even more insane. He had his men carry 3,000 bloody ears, showing off that they were the betrothal gifts cut off during the just concluded city massacre. Seeing the benefactor's daughter humiliated, and seeing the tragic situation of his compatriots, the anger in the man's heart finally erupted completely. He no longer hid himself, walked forward slowly, claiming to duel with the Northern Rhone prince. But when the Northern Rhone prince saw this, he laughed his head off, thinking that this scholar was crazy. At this time, the young man from the princess's hair bun took off a hairpin, claiming that to deal with such a guy, a hairpin was enough. After saying that, the young man walked to the Northern Rhone prince with the hairpin, and also raised the hairpin, struck a perfect pose for the Northern Rhone prince to see. But when the Northern Rhone prince saw this, he jumped up immediately. He raised his giant hammer, smashed at the man with overwhelming force.